You're welcome to my channel. We are still continuing with topic 2, elements of taxation. And we shall be looking at the rights of a taxpayer. Rights of a taxpayer or the obligations of URA. The rights of the taxpayer are the obligations of URA. So we shall first look at what they call the taxpayer's charter. Taxpayer's charter refers to a set of guidelines that guarantees a meaningful relationship between the URA and its various stakeholders, and that is what we call a taxpayer's charter, a set of guidelines that guarantees a meaningful relationship between URA and its various stakeholders. So now let's look at the rights of a taxpayer or the obligations of URA. First is that a taxpayer has a right to equity. Equity is like equality. It comes from the word equality. So a taxpayer has a right to equity. The taxpayer's tax laws and procedures must be applied consistently, and all tax affairs should be handled with impartiality by the authority. The tax affairs should not be biased. So a taxpayer has a right to equity. Then the second right of a taxpayer is confidentiality. The taxpayer's affairs must be kept secret, and the tax information in the authority's possession should be used in accordance with the law. That is confidentiality. The information of the taxpayer should be confidential. It should not just be given to anyone. Then facilitation of tax compliancy. A taxpayer has a right to facilitation of tax compliancy. Both the taxpayer and his authorized agents have a right to be provided with clear, precise, and timely information to facilitate tax compliance. If you want them to pay the tax in time, you have to give them clear, precise, and timely information. Then a taxpayer has a right to objections and appeals. The taxpayer's objections must be attended to in accordance with the relevant laws. Then prior notes. Prior notes, the taxpayer must be given prior notes whenever his or her premises are to be subjected to routine inspection, or if an audit is to be conducted, you must first notify the taxpayer before doing anything on his property. Then another right of a taxpayer is accountability. The taxpayer's account must always be updated for the taxes paid. So it's the obligation of the URA to maintain an updated database of the taxpayer's tax records. And another right of a taxpayer is the right to tax refunds. Where a tax refund is due to the taxpayer, the authority should process it within the prescribed time limits under the laws subject to budget refund limits. Then the last right of a taxpayer is processing returns, customs entry, and other documents. The tax author has an obligation to process the taxpayer's tax returns, entries, and any other documents relating to the taxpayer's tax affairs as stipulated under the relevant laws. And those were the rights of the taxpayer. He has a right to processing returns, customs entry, and other documents, a right to tax refunds, a right to accountability, a right to prior notes, a right to objections and appeals, a right to facilitation of tax compliancy, a right to confidentiality, and lastly, a right to equity. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends, and watch my next video. We shall be concluding topic 2 by looking at the obligations of a taxpayer.